The wellbeing budget is out and the jury's out too on whether it lived up to its title. There's big spending on mental health, trains, planes and children. It includes a $1.9 billion package on mental health. KiwiRail gets a $1 billion boost to buy new wagons and improve tracks, and the Defence Force will spend $1.6 billion on new planes. Benefits will now increase as the average wages grow, and lower decile schools will get cash if they stop asking for donations. The economy is stable and the books will remain in surplus, but migration will plummet in the next few years. It turns out the budget botch-up wasn't a leak or a hack, just a savvy search on the Treasury website. And another embarrassment today, with revelations the mum and daughter on the front cover of the budget have moved to Australia because they couldn't afford to live here. Here's political editor Tova O'Brien.
Vicky Freeman and her daughter Ruby Jean, the smiling, happy faces of the government's much-lauded wellbeing budget, though no one told them.
It was a shock, and all of this that's come out of it's even more shocking.
And a shock for the government too. Vicky's actually skipped the ditch because living costs in New Zealand got too much.
It was just hard financially, I guess, being a single parent.
Not the kind of budget publicity the government was after.
She's moved to Australia. That tells you all you need to know about this budget. It's glossy pics. It's spin.
Somewhat similar probably to the opposition caucus room. Regardless of the smiling phases on the front, it's what happens on the inside that really matters, Mr. Speaker.
Inside, there are big bucks for mental health. The $1.9 billion four-year package includes about $143 million a year to boost the front line, putting mental health workers in clinics. It will eventually help 325,000 people a year. 81,000 people will be able to access free services from next year.
This is the largest investment in mental health that has ever been seen from a government.
$10 million a year will also be spent on suicide prevention, including free counselling for those who lost loved ones to suicide. When 606 pairs of shoes were brought to Parliament in 2017, representing people who killed themselves that year, it brought the Prime Minister to tears.
And I knew one of those pairs of shoes and who it belonged to. It affects all of us.
Robert Reid once came close to ending his life. He waited hours at the Christchurch Emergency Department before being handed antidepressants and sent home.
It shows how seriously the government is taking this issue.
But
where are these staff going to come from? We already have a shortage of mental health staff as a nation.
the nearly $2 billion on mental health is matched by $2 billion being spent on defence, most on the new P8 patrol planes.
It's not enough, and it's good to see that the Minister and the Prime Minister have acknowledged that there will need to be more investment.
Are you spending more in this budget on defence and trains, planes and trains, than on mental health?
No, over the long term, most definitely not.
It's pretty cool.
After learning more about the wellbeing budget, Vicky now says she's proud to be the face.
That's a stock photograph. We chose that because it was a nice photograph. I'm sure this budget will mean that she'll want to move back to New Zealand.
Though not that proud.
And a short answer, no. I'm actually really happy here in Australia.
Like finance ministers are usually really happy on budget day.